Hi, thanks for watching Yogi Moksha with Vanessa and Andrew. If you enjoy our sequences, please consider subscribing and providing feedback. We enjoy hearing from those that share our passion for yoga. In our functional energetic sequence, we started to explore energetic movement through the body's subtle energy channels. We started to understand that this movement and harmonisation of energy is important for overall health. In traditional Chinese medicine, it is qi that moves through 12 main meridians. In Indian philosophy, it is prana, moving through nadis. In more recent research, the focus has been on myofascial meridians that loosely follow many of the Chinese medicine meridians. Myofascial meridians are bands that allow chemical and electrical energy to move through the body. These bands are part of the single connective tissue network that is present in every part of our body. It is these myofascial meridians that we work with in our practice and that we will work with in this sequence. Often, these meridians are worked in their yin-yang pairs, and this is how we will work with the meridians in this sequence. The sequence we will practice seeks to restore some balance, helping to ensure a healthy flow of qi throughout the body. By increasing our store of qi, increasing our perception of energy in the body, and hence our ability to follow and ultimately move that energy, and ensuring the energy channels, meridians, are free of blockages. So enjoy the practice. Namaste. So today we're working with the liver and gallbladder meridians. So while you get yourself comfortable seated on a block in the back straight, ready for some breathing, I'll just run through the pathways of those two meridians. So the liver meridian starts on the inside of the big toe, coming to the inner ankle, then comes up the inside of the leg, coming towards the genital area, loops around that area, up to the belly button, and then comes across and up to the nipple on the same side that we started. The gallbladder meridian starts at the fourth toe, comes up the outside of the leg, up the side of the body, up towards the trapezius up here, coming up the neck to the ear, and then zigzags across, backwards and forwards across the head, coming to the forehead. So hopefully that's helpful just in terms of visualising, and we'll reiterate those pathways as we work through the various postures. But for now, just finding yourself a comfortable seated position, back straight, just a couple of minutes of natural breathing here, just to bring our focus to a single point, ready for our practice. So with our back straight, either just closing the eyes or allowing the gaze to move towards the mat and the floor. Inhaling and exhaling just naturally, no forced pattern or rhythm. Just bringing our primary focus and attention to the movement of the air in through the nostrils, back of the throat into the lungs, and then as we exhale, coming out of the lungs, back into the throat, out through the nostrils, in and out. Trying to redirect the senses from external stimuli to an internal focus. We're going to need all of that attention and focus working with the meridians and the energetics or the qi in our body. So just tuning out of what's around, not ignoring it, but just lowering the volume. Turning our senses inward and using the movement of our natural breathing to help us achieve that. Inhale and exhale. Just a few more breaths, keeping the soft focus on that breathing. And just gently now removing the block, coming out of the seated position. Our first posture is going to be an ankle stretch, and I'll demonstrate from the front and Vanessa can demonstrate from the side, so you've got both perspectives. And what we're going to do here, our target area is obviously the ankle, coming up the front of the leg into the quad area maybe. We're just going to open the knees a little bit, so wider leg stance, not stretching them but just comfortably apart. And we're going to take the arms behind us. The meridian that we're targeting here is the liver, so that'll be coming up the inside of the leg, up the middle towards that nipple on both sides. So just leaning back. And initially we're just going to lean back and maybe just twist to one side. So I'm going to twist to the left hand side first, and that's going to increase sensation in the right hand side. Just finding that physical edge first, so just relaxing the muscles, settling into the posture, finding some stillness. Using the stillness to just move beyond the physical, taking the attention down to that right big toe. So we inhale, drawing up from the inside of the right big toe, up the inside of the right leg, straight up towards the belly button, and coming across to finish just under the right nipple. Exhaling back down from the nipple down to the belly button. Down the inside of the right leg, down to the inside of the big toe. One more time, inhale, drawing up, big toe, inside right leg, up to the belly button, coming up to the nipple, exhale back down, belly button, inside of the leg, down to the big toe. Just continue in your own time, maybe coordinating with the breath. Inhale up and exhale down. Swapping to the other side. I'm just going to walk the hands towards the right, so just stretching the left hand side, and again feeling that in the inside of the left leg. So relaxing the muscles in that area. Fairly quickly just finding some stillness here, taking the attention to the inside of the left big toe as we inhale, drawing up from there, up the inside of the leg, looping around the genitals up to the belly button, finishing just a bit below the left nipple, and exhaling, coming all the way back down, belly button, inside of the leg, down to the inside of the left big toe. One more time, inhaling, inside of the leg, up, belly button, left nipple, exhaling back down, belly button, down the inside of the left leg to the inside of the left big toe. Just continuing yourself, maybe coordinated with the breath. Inhaling, drawing the energy up. Exhale, allowing the energy to move back down. Same pathway, liver meridian. Inhaling up. Exhaling back down the inside of the leg to the big toe. And just walking the hands back. So we're going to stay seated for the next posture. And we're going to open up the legs in a dragonfly. So not too, we don't want to stretch as far as we can, but we want to be comfortably legs apart. So it's yin, remember, it's not yang. And what we're going to do here, we're going to introduce a twist into the dragonfly. So our target area will be the groin, probably coming around a little bit towards the outside of the leg as we twist. Maybe in the glutes and the obliques. And as we twist, we're also going to be targeting the Gall Bladder Meridian. So that'll be coming up the outside of the leg. So we're going to take the right hand to the left knee. We're not pulling ourselves around, we're just introducing the twist. We've got our left hand behind us supporting us. The right hand's just resting on the knee. And initially we're just going to find that first edge, we're just going to relax those muscles. So relax, they might open up a little bit. And then we're going to find some stillness. Stillness in the body and the mind, allowing us to take our attention to the fourth toe of the left leg. And as we inhale, we're going to draw that energy up the outside of the right leg, coming up the side of the right hand side of the torso, coming up trapezius, up through the neck, ear, zigzagging up the side of the head to the forehead. And as we exhale, we're going to come all the way back down, trapezius, side of the body, outside of the right leg, to the fourth toe on the right foot. Inhaling, coming up, outside the leg, right side of the torso, trapezius, neck, ear, zigzagging up through the head, forehead, and exhale, coming all the way back down. Just continuing in your own time, with your own rhythm, maybe coordinated with the breath. Inhaling, drawing the energy up. Exhaling, allowing it to flow back down the meridian. Getting that energetic movement happening. You might want to explore the position of the head. So perhaps rather than looking straight forward, if you're looking towards your left hand side, you could even just allow the head to fall towards the shoulder and just exploring yourself. Inhaling energy up. Exhaling, moving it back down. Last time. Inhale from the fourth toe on the right foot, outside the leg, right side of the torso, up to the trapezius muscle, neck, ear, right hand side of the head, zigzag up to the forehead, and exhale all the way back down to the fourth toe. tracing there, pausing in the middle. And now turning to the other side, so we're just going to take the left hand over onto the right knee, right hand behind us this time, getting ready, and remembering of course that we're not pulling into the twist, it's a yin twist, so it's just twisting the body, just finding that edge, that first point of resistance. Once we've found that, relaxing the muscles, so whether it's in the groin, the obliques or the glutes, just making sure that physically the muscles are relaxed there. And finding some stillness. Once we've found that stillness, taking our attention down to the fourth toe on the left foot, and as we inhale, drawing that energy up the outside of the left leg, left side of the torso, coming up to the trapezius, neck, ear, zigzagging up the left hand side of the head, coming to the forehead. Before we exhale, zigzag back down, neck, trapezius, left side of the torso, outside of the left leg, down to the fourth toe. Again, continuing here with your own rhythm, maybe using the inhale to draw up, maybe just finding your own rhythm, or whatever rhythm you're using to draw the line in your mind, or discern the energetic movement, or actually draw the energy up and down. Just make sure that your full attention, your full focus is on the movement of that energy and the sensations you experience as that movement happens throughout the meridian band, the Gall Bladder Meridian. Again, we can explore here with the position of the head. It might be different to the other side, so a little twist of the head, or even dropping the head forward with a twist, can just introduce a little bit more opening up of the meridian from the shoulder up the side of the head. So just exploring with that. You may even find that the position of the head changes the sensation all the way down this meridian, all the way down the torso and the outside of the leg. Inhaling, exhaling, drawing up. And as we exhale, just bringing the arms back to the centre. We're going to go for our first rebound now, so coming to a fully reclined position, lying on your back, as Vanessa's demonstrating. You can prop yourself up like this, but I find that when you're not talking to a microphone, it's much better to be lying flat on your back, because you're not engaging the upper parts of the body where we've been trying to work the meridians. So in the rebound, just bringing our eyes to a close, taking our attention straight away to the target areas that we've been working. So the obliques, glutes, groin. Even some of the upper body there. Just seeing what sensations are arising, what sensations are moving through the body. They're coming up the inside of the leg with the liver meridian, or the outside of the leg with the gallbladder. They're coming up the middle of the upper body, or up the outside and up the side of the head. Every practice will be different. Next inhale, getting ready for the next posture. So we're going to come on to kneeling, just sitting back on our ankles. So you can sit on your ankles or between the feet for this, but probably start by sitting on the ankles. And as we come back, we're going to find our first edge. So you may find that you can support yourself with your arms just to find that first edge, or as Vanessa's demonstrating, you can support yourself with your arms initially and then place a block underneath the body. So whatever's comfortable for you, finding that first edge. Our physical target area here is the quads. The meridian that we're working with is the liver, so that's coming up the inside of the legs. So once we found our edge, relaxing the muscles, finding some stillness, maybe there's the opportunity to adjust a little bit more, go a little bit deeper. If we can, if we're comfortable, arms above the head. In our stillness now, we take our attention down to both big toes, the inside of the big toes. And as we inhale, we're going to draw that energy up the inside of the legs, straight up to the belly button, and then coming out each side, finishing just under each nipple. As we exhale, moving that energy back down towards the belly button, down the inside of the legs, coming to the inside of the big toes on both sides. Sensing an energetic movement as we practice, our ability to discern the energy or the chi in our body, static or moving, improves. Just inhaling, drawing that energy up. Exhale, moving back down. Inhale, just releasing the legs, maybe taking them out to the side. Coming back up to a seated position. We're going to again use the dragonfly that we used earlier, but without the twist. And this time we're going to want to make sure that we really have got our legs as wide as possible. We're going to be targeting the inside of the legs here, so very definitely the groin physically, but in terms of meridian, the liver meridian, so again coming up the inside of the leg. And for that we're going to need to make sure that we are as widespread as we can be comfortably. So from here, just straightening the back, and just walking the hands forward to that first edge. So again, in this posture, you can use the blocks to support yourself on the arms as Vanessa is, or as you come further forward, if you wanted to, you can support yourself on the head. We're here for a good 5-6 minutes, so you're going to want to make sure that you're comfortable. So just finding that first edge with or without props. Relaxing the muscles, maybe finding that relaxation moves that edge out a little bit more for us, opens up the posture, giving us a little invitation to go a little bit deeper if we want, or equally just stay exactly where we are. Now, typically in dragonfly you can have a straighter back or a more rounded one. Obviously work with what's comfortable for you today, but typically you're going to find if the back is straighter, you're going to get more sensation up the inside of the legs, which is our target area. So if you're comfortable, then just look forward, straightening the back, just tilting that pelvis a little bit, and before you're settling back into wherever you're comfortable. And wherever that is, finding that stillness, mental, physical stillness, clarity of the mind, allowing us to move our attention to the energetic dimension of the pose, taking our attention to the inside of the big toes. And from here, as we breathe in, drawing up, inside ankle, inside of the legs, coming up, meeting at the top, up to the belly button, coming out to just under the nipples, and as we exhale back down, belly button, inside of the legs, inner ankle, down to the inside of the big toes. Just continuing at your own pace. Moving energy up the inside of the leg, up the front of the body, and back down again. In this posture we're getting a better connection with understanding why some of the manifestations of disharmony might be lower back pain or abdominal pain, maybe even pains in the side of the body. As we move that energy up and down through that liver meridian, we're passing or pushing that chi through all of those areas or adjacent to those areas, making sure that there's no blockages, that there's adequate chi flowing to those parts of the body. And if you are suffering from any of those issues at the moment. Maybe as we're practicing here and moving that energy, maybe you can start to feel some of that discomfort dissolving or moving out of those areas. Continuing to move the energy. And on the next inhale, just walking the hands back, coming back up, maybe helping those legs back together, coming onto our back again for a rebound. Again, rebound, lying on our back, muscles relaxed throughout the body, drawing the eyes to a close or defocusing on a point on the ceiling if you prefer, taking the attention to the target area. So let's take our attention down to the inside of the legs, the groin. Just open the mind and read what messages the body is sending us from that area. So, the next inhale, coming back up to seated position. We're going to be working physically. Target area is going to be the quads, and for our meridian it's going to be the gall bladder. So again, fourth toe, outside, side of the body, zigzag at the side of the head. And we're going to start with the right hand side. So we're going to take our right leg back, leaving the left extended in front. And again, as we did with the full saddle expression, we're just going to find our first edge. So again here, you could just support yourself on your arms to find that edge, or you could use a block or even a bolster behind the back to support you. Once you've found that edge, relaxing the muscles around the target area, so around the quad in the right leg. As they relax, maybe that posture's going to open up a little bit. It's going to let us get a little bit more depth. Or maybe we're staying up supported on a bolster. Again, other options if we want them. We can bring that left leg up, we can bend that left leg up here. That's going to change the dynamics of the posture here. We can drop that left leg out. So really just exploring yourself today, what's working. And again, we can take the arms above, holding onto the elbows, or extending the arms straight out. So wherever we choose to settle, finding stillness, mental, physical stillness, that clears the way for us to take our attention down to the fourth toe. Gall Bladder Meridian, and then as we inhale, drawing the energy up the outside of the leg, right side of the torso, neck, ear, zigzag up the side of the face to the forehead, exhale, zigzag back down, ear, neck, side of the torso, outside of the leg, down to that fourth toe. We can also hear another expression. We can move that torso just a little bit towards the left. And that's just going to increase the sensation. That's going to open up that meridian on the right hand side of the torso a little bit more. Just finding the degree that works best for you today. Drawing the energy up. Right at the side of the body, side of the head. And exhaling, energy moves back down that side of the body. Inhaling, releasing that right leg. Getting ready to move to the other side. So bending the left leg. Taking that back behind us. Getting ready to find that physical first edge. So physical target area, left quad. Meridian target area, gallbladder of the left leg. Remembering that we may be different on this side to the other side, so just using our perception to feel our way through and find what's right for this side. Finding that first edge, relaxing the muscles. Maybe going a bit deeper. Maybe using that right leg bent up or out to the side. Maybe having the arms overhead. And maybe just bringing the torso over towards the right hand side. Even if we're not comfortable with the arms above the head, if we move that torso to the right, that is going to open up that meridian on the left hand side of the body. So again, just finding that combination that's working for you. Finding stillness. Take our attention down to the fourth toe on the left foot. As we inhale, drawing that energy up the outside of the leg, left outside of the torso, up to the trapezius muscle, neck, ear, zigzagging up the side of the head to the forehead. Exhaling, forehead, zigzag back down, ear, neck, trapezius, left side of the torso, outside of the left leg, down to the fourth toe.
And just continuing with the movement of the energy up and down through that Gall Bladder Meridian. Just gently releasing that left leg. Staying lying on my backs for the rebound. Arms, legs relaxed. Eyes closed or defocusing on a point on the ceiling. Taking our attention to the target areas that we've just been working, so quads, maybe even the obliques, if we were moving that torso from side to side. Just seeing what sensations arise or move through those areas. And if they do, what is the nature of those sensations? Each person's experience is different, and each practice is a little different also. Next inhale, we're going to come up. Just for a moment, we're going to sit back on our knees. So our target area, next posture, is the groin on the inside of the thighs here. So again, we're moving from the Gall Bladder Meridian on the outside to this one is the liver meridian on the inside. Now, if you're like me, you may want a bit of padding for this posture, for the inside of the knees, because there's going to be a bit of pressure on the inside of the knees, or Vanessa sometimes folds her mat, or sometimes just sticks it out. So we're going to come back almost to a wide child's pose, and then we're going to walk the hands forward, bringing the hips roughly over the knees. And this is where I need this padding on the inside of the knees. Now here we can keep our arms straight, or we can come down onto our elbows. And we're just going to move those hips backwards and forwards. As we come back, we're going to feel more stress on the inside of the groin, and as we move forward, less. So move back, back. Then as we move forward, just as that stress eases off in the groin, just stop there. And that is our edge, our first edge. We're going to relax the groin muscles. Sometimes this may take a little time just to relax, so be patient. Maybe use the breath Inhaling and exhaling, just directing that exhale and relaxation to the groin. As the muscles relax, we may find that the edge moves out a little bit. Sometimes you're going to find that those knees continue to move apart a little bit, that's fine. The position of the feet can be tucked up behind you, almost touching, or they can be further out like a right angle, anywhere in between. Just finding some stillness now. Stillness in the mind and the body. Taking our attention down to the big toes. Soft stillness, so moving as we need to, just adjusting. And then as we inhale, drawing up from the inside of both big toes, the inside of the legs, coming up to the groin, straight up to the belly button, and then moving out to each nipple. Before we exhale, moving energy all the way back down to the belly button, down to the groin, down the inside of the legs, to the inside of the big toes. Just continuing in your own time. Consciously tracing or moving that energy all the way up through that liver meridian. Helping us to dissolve some of the disharmony in these meridians, frustration, defensiveness, and impulsiveness. Slowly walking the arms back, just bringing those knees back together. Again, just being mindful that we might be a little bit fragile there. Coming back onto our back for a rebound. Relaxing, eyes closed. Taking the attention to the inside of the legs, groin area. Watching, observing what sensation exists, what sensations are arising, and where are they going. We will each have our own experience. And only your perception can help explain that experience to you. Just remaining lying on your back. Our next posture is a lying posture, so we can just stay lying on our back. Our target area in this posture physically is the obliques, so the side of the body, and the meridian that we'll be targeting is the gall bladder, so we're going back out to the outside, So fourth toe outside, up the side of the torso, neck, zigzag up the side of the head to the forehead. So from our lying position, we're going to bend both legs. We're going to take the right leg over the top of the left. We can either do that here with sort of one twist, or we can do the twisted version. We can tuck our right foot behind our left leg. Entirely up to you. Then we're just going to allow that top right leg to come over towards the left hand side. Just allow the weight of the leg to draw that over. Our arms can be out to the side, overhead, could be in stop sign. You maybe want to explore some of this when we're settled in the posture. For now, just finding that physical stillness. Mental stillness to follow. And then just taking our attention down to the fourth toe of the right foot. And as we inhale, drawing that energy all the way up the outside of the right leg, right side of the torso. Zigzagging up the side of the head, forehead, exhale, forehead, zigzag back down here, neck, please just side of the torso, right side of the torso, outside of the right leg, back down to that fourth toe. Just continuing with that movement in your own time, to your own rhythm. Maybe inhale up, exhale down, maybe not. If you want, you can place the left hand on the right knee, not pulling it in, just the weight of the hand on there. You may find that just opens up that meridian pathway a bit. Again, we can try and twisted the head, so maybe turning the head to the left hand side as well. And then just gently untwisting the legs. Ready for the other side, so just exactly the same to the other side, so both legs up. Taking the left leg over the right, either singly or with a double twist. And then just allowing that left leg to come down towards the mat, introducing the twist into the obliques and the spine. Taking the arms out, maybe to start or above. hand rests on the left knee. You can even explore a little bit by straightening out the legs or bending them up a little bit more and just seeing what that does to your experience. So finding that physical stillness first. Relaxing the muscles around the obliques and the glutes. Just seeing if that posture opens up a little bit. And then finding that mental and physical stillness. The stillness that we need to take our attention to the left Gall Bladder Meridian, so starting at the left fourth toe. And as we inhale, drawing that energy up the outside of the left leg, left side of the torso. Zigzagging the side of the head. Exhaling, coming back down the zigzag. Continuing with that energetic movement or tracing to your own rhythm, at your own pace. Any adjustments you want to the twist in the neck, turning the head from side to side, just exploring if that makes any difference on this side. Our only interest really is in how things affect the movement or the sensation of movement of energy in that meridian band. As we draw the energy up and move the energy back down. And gently releasing the legs. You can stay lying here. Our next and final posture is our Shavasana. So, just lying on our back, arms and legs relaxed, comfortable distance from the body. Maybe bringing the eyes to a close if we're comfortable to do that. Just allowing our breath to fall into a natural breathing rhythm. So no particular pattern, no holding the breath, just allowing the breath to come and go allowing the belly to rise and fall, feeling the air moving in and out of the nostrils. Making our breath, the movement of the air and the movement of the belly, the focus of our attention for a brief moment. And then taking that focus down the length of our body to the inside of the big toes. And just scanning, starting to scan that liver meridian that we've been working. So scanning as we draw the attention up from the inside of the big toe, across the top of the foot, the inside of the legs, coming to the groin, up to the belly button, and then coming up and just finishing just below the nipples. And then scanning as we come all the way back down towards the belly button, down to the groin, back down the inside of the legs, top of the inside of the feet, the inside of the big toes. Just developing a mental picture for how that meridian feels. Taking our attention to the forehead. From the forehead, just moving our attention, our focus down, zigzagging down the side of the head to the ear, coming down the side of the neck to the trapezius muscles, down the side of the torso, outside of the legs, the outside top of the foot to both fourth toes. And then scanning all the way back up, fourth toes, top of the feet, outside of the legs, side of the torso, coming up, neck, ear, zigzagging up the side of the head, and finishing at a point on the forehead. And with that scan, just developing that mental picture again, just deciding in your own mind whether there's still an energetic sensation there, taking that snapshot and just putting that aside. Returning our attention to the breath, the movement of the air, the rising and falling of the belly as we breathe. But maybe now also being able to discern just that residual energetic sensation within the body. gently, just maybe moving the fingers and toes. A couple of breaths, just rolling to one side, coming back up into a seated position. Keeping the gaze towards the floor or the eyes closed. Just a couple of breaths here. Bringing to a close our practice, working on the liver and Gall Bladder Meridians. Just blinking the eyes open, looking up. Namaste.